5 minutes or less for you, just to say, this is my moment to go within and meditate. Which kind of meditation? There are so many meditations. And that's what one of the difficulties, right? People think that meditation is just sit down, close your eyes, silence. No.
Many women in midlife begin to crave a different experience, and they feel the pull to venture down a new path. I know for me, as my kids became more independent, I started to question what was next. Who was I beyond mom and wife? And how would I rediscover what I was meant to do? It was confusing, and I had no idea where to start. Eventually, I did build a morning routine centered around journaling, meditation, and movement. This routine allowed me to turn my focus inward, and my new path was revealed. In today's episode, I'm chatting with Carolina Ajala and her journey from investment banking to energy healing. Carolina shares the importance of turning our focus inside, how to begin your meditation practice, and the 3 keys to gratitude. I found that one of the most powerful tools for turning my focus inward has been journaling, but it did take me several attempts to get into it. I lost count at how many times I sat staring at a blank page. And that's why I created Your Journaling Journey. It's a 90-day journal that includes guided prompts with affirmations and gratitude, which are also 2 things that we touch on in this episode. Your Journaling Journey is available on Amazon, and check out the show notes for links. Now it's time to buckle up and get this show going. This is the Roller Coaster Podcast. We are here to help you be empowered and renew your sense of purpose as a midlife mom. This is your time to redefine and reclaim your power as a woman. Just because our kids are getting older doesn't mean that our lives still don't have crazy twists, turns, ups and downs. And that's not to mention what our hormones are doing. We're navigating helping our kids plan their next chapters while quietly wondering, what the heck does my next chapter look like? My name is Lucy Q, wife, mom, podcaster, and journaling mentor. This is a crazy time in your life, but you are not alone. So I'm inviting you to throw your head back, arms in the air, and come along with me for the ride.
Life is like a roller coaster, baby, baby. I wanna ride. Roller coaster. Life is like.
Welcome to the Roller Coaster, Carolina.
Hi, thank you very much for having me. Thank you.
I'm really looking forward to today's conversation because we're going to be talking about something energy healing. And for a lot of people, this may be a new subject or something that they're not very familiar with. But first, I'm really curious to find out what led you to this type of healing modality.
Well, couple of things. First, I used to work in an investment bank, and the stressful situation of any job, right? And at some point, I keep asking myself, there should be something else for life rather than go work, stress out, come back, right? So I started looking for something else to bring inner peace into my life. And then I found prana healing, I found meditation, and I got in love with the energy side of life. And then I started. Plus, my physical body was having some issues, and I was looking for a way to improve my health in a natural way. And I noticed that just by changing certain things, doing the meditation, my body started healing. So it was amazing. And since I saw that result on me, I said, oh, I need to help other people to find this inner peace, this happiness, and this joy in life.
And I find more and more people are starting to look at their 9-to-5 jobs and realizing that, this isn't what life is all about. There's something more. And I find specifically for women, they're really starting to make those transitions into finding something that's more sort of purposeful in their life.
Yes.
So I'm sure people that are listening are wondering, what is energy healing?
Energy healing, the technique that I use is called pranic healing. Comes from prana. Prana means energy, life force. So we heal through the use of that energy. But healing, it doesn't mean that you have to be sick. Healing means improvement. So pranic healing, you can use it in every area of your life. So that's the beauty, right? You can use it for work, for relationships, for physical healing, for finances, for anything in your life, because are the principles of energy. If we understand the principles of energy, we can go with the flow and manifest faster.
So what are the principles of energy then?
Well, there are so many principles, right? But there are a couple of them that they are like that. The one that we hear all the time, for example, the law of karma, cause and effect. We all hear that, we all know about that, but how do you really use that in your life, right? So I always say that the example of, nature, right? You plant seeds. If I plant apples, right? At the end of the harvest, I will get apples, right? I cannot plant apples and expect to get oranges, right?
Right.
But in reality, sometimes we keep doing one thing over and over and expect a different result. So if we are not aware of what we are doing, we are not able to change to get the result that we want. So it's a lot of inner reflection and say, what do I really want in my life? I want love, for example, right? Am I planting seeds of love in my life? How I'm manifesting love in my life today so I can plant real love tomorrow? You see, but it's just to see it from the energy point of view, say, oh, okay. So I need to be more proactive. It is in giving that we receive. So first I need to give in order to receive later on.
Okay, so let's look at it from the point of view, for your story and your journey, where you realized that you weren't sure exactly what the problem was, but you knew that you weren't happy doing that investment banking job. So what would be some of those first steps to identifying where you do need to focus your energy so that you are planting the correct seeds so that in, whether it be several months or, it could even be a few weeks, that you're going in that right direction?
Yeah, well, for me, the first thing was like, I was not feeling happy, right? So when you are not feeling love internally, you start feeling like constricted, like, everything is an effort. So difficult to do things. And then sometimes you have difficulty sleeping, you have different, you change your habits in some way. And you are like, you are not happy with what is happening in your life, right? So that's the first sign, like alarm, right? So what does it mean? That you need to really get inside and find what really makes you happy. And that's one of the biggest questions at the beginning for everybody. What really makes me happy? Because sometimes we get used to the routine and we just follow, but we are not really using our full potential, making something that makes us happy. I'm not saying drop your job. No, really important. That gives you the security, the stability that you need to be able to create something else for you, right? But you have also to go from love, it have to come from within. So that was the first step. And I achieved that by changing certain routines. I started doing meditation, breathing exercises, more gratitude exercises, to be able to recognize what really filled my heart with love, right? What was that make you wake up in the morning and say, I'm ready, right? Let's do it. Because sometimes with the routine, it's difficult to wake up. Oh my goodness, it's Monday. Let's start all over again, right? So the idea is that you have to live a life full of love, full of happiness. Yeah. So for different people, there are different steps, but the most common one is first to start and be totally honest and find what really makes you happy.
And you sort of spoke about getting inside and meditation. Now that's still a tough one for a lot of people to do, because if you're, especially for women that are living busy lives, if you have those few minutes of quiet, it's not actually quiet, is
Yeah.
it? Because
No, no,
it's
not at all. No, no, no,
it's
no.
the chatter inside the brain. So, do you have any tips for women to help stop the chatter and then actually move into that true meditative practice?
Yes. The first thing is that everything in life, right? We have to put it on the schedule. Hmm? You
Mm-hmm.
don't say, oh no, I'm too tired today. I'm not gonna pick up my kids from school. No way. You are the one in charge. It's in your schedule. No matter what happened, you are there for your kids. You pick them up. So first, find 5 minutes or less for you, just to say, this is my moment to go within and meditate. Which kind of meditation? There are so many meditations. And that's what one of the difficulties, right? People think that meditation is just sit down, close your eyes, silence. No. In meditation, we get a lot of ideas. It's really active. So it depends what kind of meditation you are doing. So at the beginning, because we have all this active life and we don't know how to start, the best way is to start with a guided meditation. So you just tune in into the purpose of the meditation so you can really get the results. It doesn't have to be long. It can be 1 minute. And meditation really means to focus on, right? So it can be just, let's say, I'm sitting here and I'm admiring beauty, the beauty of nature. Oh, wow, amazing, listen to the birds, look at the flowers. That's it. That's a meditation. I'm focusing on the beauty of nature, right? It can be if you have a difficult situation in your life, you are meditating on that, but do not meditate on the problem, meditate on the solution. What are the options? Who can help me? What is my next step, right? So meditation, it doesn't mean fully holy, like, oh, it's total silence. It means where you put your focus on, right? And that's one of the misunderstanding, right? Oh, no, I cannot meditate. I cannot sit down, silence. I cannot quiet my mind. That's okay. But you can direct your mind towards a purpose, what it is that you want to achieve, right? So, but the first step, put it on your calendar. So you have more probabilities to make it happen.
Yeah, for me, I don't I don't technically schedule stuff. I just have a routine.
Okay. So then,
And one of the things for me is I pretty much start my routine the same way every day. I mean, give or take, depending on what's going on, but it's always based on journaling,
yeah, excellent.
meditation, and movement.
Excellent.
And for me, for meditation, I do use a guided meditation. It's a chant. Good. And it, for me, it helps. It helps stop the chatter.
Yeah.
And I find it, and it takes practice. It's like anything.
Like anything.
A lot of people think that when you start meditating that you either can or you can't.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, you don't start by running a marathon. You start by walking or jogging, and you build from there. And it's the same with meditation, where you do have to sit down and bring in that focus, whatever it is, or even if it's just having that moments of quiet and focusing on your chant or your breath work, whatever it is. It's just bringing that inner stillness. Yeah. And then over time, you'll sort of notice that, I mean, typically I meditate for 10 minutes at a time. And, some days, yeah, your brain's really messy and you're all over the place. But a lot of the times what I notice is that you go into it and then all of a sudden it's done. And you're sitting there going, okay, that felt like it was maybe 30 seconds.
Yeah. And that's the moment when you really are in tune with the meditation and things will happen. You will came out of the meditation with more clarity, maybe new ideas, more motivation. But it's, as you say, it's a routine. You just have to make it part of your life and practice like everything in life.
Yeah. And it comes. And, you sort of talked about when you're sort of looking for solutions to focus on what could be rather than actually thinking about the problem. And it's not that it suddenly all of a sudden, I mean, sometimes it does, but a lot of the time with meditation, I find that throughout the day, all of a sudden the idea is just there.
Yes, yes.
It's not instant. And, this is where you have to trust divine timing and just know that the answer will come when it's supposed to come.
Yes, in so many forms also, right? Because sometimes you are expecting the information to come like, oh, this is the answer. But sometimes you have a conversation, you say, look, this is what I needed, right? Or sometimes you tune into the TV and there is a program that you say, wow, that's what I'm supposed to, my next step. So the answer will come in so many ways. The thing is that meditation help you to open the doors and be ready to get those information for you.
And nature meditating is an easy way as well, because I think ultimately a lot of our time is either spent living in the past or living in the future.
Yes.
We're always going over what happened, or we're thinking, again, especially as moms, we always have to be thinking about what needs to be next. I mean, still now, my kids are grown up and for the most part they're gone. Mm-hmm. But still, first thing in the morning when I'm making my tea in the morning, I'm thinking about what's for dinner. But we've been conditioned as mothers, we've been conditioned to be like that because you kind of have to.
Yeah, totally. Because that's
fall off.
Forward, right?
Yeah.
But in that sense, also, remember, the past is gone. You just learn from the past. The future you created, but today, right? So that's why the present moment is so important. Whatever it is that you do today, it will build up for your future. So what is the routine that you can do today to help you your goals tomorrow, right? So in that sense is when you say, okay, yes, I can think of the future, but now what can I do today?
And also keep in mind that right now, this minute was yesterday's future.
Yes.
And it's, we are the sum total of everything that we did before. Mm-hmm. So, that just lends itself to remind us that what you're doing right now is going to be the foundation for tomorrow.
Yes. Yes. And that should be a motivation to make a priority your personal growth, your spiritual path, your growing, your skills and everything, because that will lead you into the future that you really want.
So how is it that you work with clients when they come to you and they say, I'm not happy, this is what's going on? How is it that you take them through the process to bring their own personal healing journey?
Yeah, normally people come to me and what we work on are on the daily stress of life, because we are working on the now. What is happening today, how you can move forward from the situation to be able to achieve whatever it is that you want. So normally the sessions are like brainstorming, co-creation, a lot of questioning, looking at the situation from different point of view, for the person to get an idea, say, oh, maybe this is the way that I should go, right? Because what is missing for many people is that personal space where you can just be you. I can vent, I can send whatever it is that I have in my mind without hesitation, no judgment, no, this is a safe space for you to express yourself, because sometimes we have this in the mind, but when we verbalize it, we say, no way, I don't know what I was thinking about, right? Or, oh yes, that gives me a new idea. And when we explore that, we start getting different situations where I can give you energy tools to use, right? For example, oh, this is happening. What about if you work on this aspect, on gratitude about this, to energize this aspect of your life? So it depends on the situation, right? And most of the time we end up while the person do a meditation and do the energy healing to remove the congested energy, so you have a fresh start. And it's more like a day-to-day things. You are going to start learning a lot of tools that you can use in your life, right? But it's like I say, you don't have to get overwhelmed, like, oh, what I'm going to do now? Now you're going to go. It's different that you have a toolbox with only one tool, let's say a hammer. That's the only thing that you know how to use. Then you have full toolbox with everything that you need. So depending on the situation, say, oh, let me use this, let me use that. The idea is to give you tools to deal with life, to improve your life.
Now, you mentioned congested energy.
Ah, yes.
Can you dive into that one a little bit for us?
Yes. Normally, we are all surrounded by congested energy. What is congested energy? Negative thought forms, negative belief, worries, insecurities, the news, traffic, everything that creates stress will congest your aura, right? So meaning like, imagine that you're driving and you have a dirty windshield. You don't know how, you have no clarity. You don't even know where you're going, right? So what we do energetically is remove that congestion, remove all those not so pleasant, positive energies around you so you will have clarity, right? Because that's what happened. And that's one of the purpose of the meditation. The meditation works like an energy shower, right? If I ask you, do you take a shower? Yes, of course. Why? Because if you don't take a shower, you're going to smell. Nobody wants to be around you, right? Same way energetically. How do you know that you need an energy shower? You start complaining. Everything is negative. You know, you are worried all the time. You are defensive all the time. Lack of motivation. You are dirty energetically. So we need to remove that congestion. So you can do self-healing, you can get meditation, you can get somebody else to do healing for you, but at some point you need to remove that congestion to be able to see, to have clarity, and to move forward.
So what does it look like if somebody else removes that congestion from your aura?
Well, the technique that I use is a non-touching technique, so we can do it distantly. We use our hands to remove the congestion, or we use crystal healings to go deeper into your aura and remove. No, for you, it just feels like you're gonna close your eyes, you're gonna relax, and most of the time when you open your eyes, the first thing is that you see everything so clear. You're like, wow, crispy colors, right? And you feel inner peace, you feel light. Most of the people say, I feel so light, like when you get a massage and you're like, like this, like that. And then what happens is that when hours start passing by, you start feeling, oh, I can do this, you know, because you are clean. You have a lot of energy around you and you have clarity to see the things that you need to do.
And you talked about different tools.
Yes.
So, you know, we have meditation, but you also mentioned gratitude. And gratitude is something that you hear people talk a lot about. And there's the importance of gratitude, especially when it relates to something like the law of attraction. But actually implementing gratitude into your day can be really challenging.
Yes.
So what are some easy steps that we can start to use gratitude to, you know, evolve our healing practice?
Yeah, well, the first thing is that gratitude should be a state of life, right? What does that mean? There are many people that say, I'm going to be happy, grateful when I get there. When I get the job, when I get the promotion, when I graduate, when I have the kids, I'm going to be happy, right? That means that you're putting your happiness far away. Your gratitude is there. When you get it, I'm going to be grateful, right? The other thing is like, I'm grateful for it. Yes, that's really important, right? I'm grateful for life. I'm grateful for everything that is happening. But the most important part is to be in a state of gratitude, meaning that everything is a gift. So every step of the way, you have to be grateful for. Now, how can you start integrating that into your life, right? For example, when I wake up in the morning from my bed, you know, the first trip that everybody does is from bed to bathroom, right? My steps are gratitude steps. I do it mindfully. For example, I'm walking and I'm grateful for life. Thank you for my family. I'm so grateful because I'm healthy. I'm grateful because everything that I have and everything that is coming my way, right? So you do it, you start matching your routines or everything that you do with a gratitude statement. That's one way. Another way is to start doing your positive affirmations where you are grateful for. I'm grateful for this. And you can match it in any way. Sometimes I do it while I'm brushing my teeth and doing my affirmations. Because the important thing is to make it part of your life. It doesn't have to be, I have to stop my life to start doing all these energy exercises. No, you have to match it, right? For example, if you have kids, sometimes when you are going on your way to school or something like that, you can start doing the gratitude with them. What are you grateful for? We're grateful for parents, we're grateful for grandparents, we're grateful for the pets, we're grateful for school, for friends, for the teachers. So you start making them think about what they're grateful for, what is important for them in their life.
How do you balance being grateful for what you have with the desire to have other things? Because we all have that, we're grateful for what we have, but that doesn't stop us from, I don't want to say wanting more in the materialistic sense, but still striving for something different. How do we create that balance?
I don't think that you need really to balance. It's important that I'm grateful for what I have, and of course I want more, because you want to improve all the time. So what it is that don't look at it so far away, bring it closer. For example, I'm grateful for what I have right now, but I want something else. I'm so grateful that this is coming to me. I'm so grateful that I'm making my new business. I'm grateful that whatever it is that you want, you bring it into the present. Did you?
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. I get what it's saying is that, within that gratitude practice, you're acknowledging what you have, but you're also acknowledging you're acknowledging what you want by drawing that gratitude into the present, rather than pining after something.
Yes.
Sort of, I want this, in the sense that, because then you're bringing in that energy that I don't have it right now.
Exactly. Or it's like, for example, I hope that one day this is going to happen. You're putting it so far away instead of say, thank you for this. Because if you say thank you, what does it imply? To the universe, you already get it, right?
You have it. And saying, I hope one day, well, that means that one day is always going to be in the future.
Yes.
You're pushing it away from you.
Exactly. No, we want it close to you. You want to create that energy over and over in the present, so it will manifest faster. And when you say, I don't go into, I want this. What is the purpose of that? For example, I'm so happy and so grateful for the new job. Why? Because I have so much to give. This will help my family. You have to put behind the gratitude the why this is so important, because I'm going to be able to help more people, because with this I will be able to create something else. It's not only an empty want. I want this, I want that. You want because of a purpose. You want because of a bigger purpose. And when you do that, things manifest faster.
So gratitude, bring it to the present and tie in your purpose. That's sort of why, exactly. So that you're anchoring it in there. So it's totally. In the day.
Yes, exactly. That's the energy tool, you see.
Perfect. Now, as we wrap up, Carolina, do you have any final words of wisdom?
Yes. When we talk about energy, it's really important because it's not a common topic for everybody, right? So my advice will be, go with an open heart, try, explore. It may be good for you, it may not, but at least you try. Like when we have our kids, you put them in different sports until they find what they like. Same way for you, but remember, this is for you. This is to find the love within you, the love of your heart, what makes you move forward. What is that motivation that you have inside that sometimes we haven't discovered yet? So allow yourself your time to meditate, to work on yourself, to be able to bloom, to show that greatness that you have within you. So give yourself the gift of energy.
That's perfect. I love the way you summed that up. Now, where can people contact you and learn more about what you do?
Well, the easy way is go to the Instagram and follow me. Carito Ayala O. That's my Instagram. I guess that you can write it down so people can find it. And I'm open to conversation. Just send me a message and we will keep the conversation open.
Perfect. To connect with Carolina, make sure you check out the show notes. I will have all of the links in there. And Carolina, thank you so much for joining me today.
Thank you very much for having me. Thank you. Namaste.
Thanks for listening to this episode of the Roller Coaster Podcast. Want to chat or share your ideas about today's show? Pop me an email at hello@therollercoasterpodcast.com. Don't forget to connect with me on Facebook and Instagram at The Roller Coaster Podcast. Our theme song, Roller Coaster, was performed by The Lucky Setback. Audio editing by the one and only Jeff Quigley of Quigley Creative.